Hello.
Hello there.
Oh, right, just wait for the other handful of folks to join us.
Awesome. Happy days.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to take a huge amount. Let me just set a few bits up.
Lovely.
Oh, don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Hello, chap.
Okay.
Howdy. I'm just going to stay in the background.
Absolutely fine. Let me just sit there.
I'm just going to be listening in, mate.
Cool. Right. I'm just going to hit.
Hold on. Good. Just going to keep myself on mute, okay?
Go, go, go. I'm hoping it's relatively quiet in the background and my noise cancelling is working.
It's worked quite well.
Not bad, is it, considering it is flipping noisy in here?
Oh, yeah. I bet you can hear it through mine.
It's not too bad, mate. It's okay. We just go. Just need to copy. Yeah. Oh, I was nowhere near but us chickens, chaps, at the moment. What are you doing?
All good? You all right?
Yeah, we'll find out in a minute.
Who are we expecting?
Only about 4 or 5 from the part in the front. I think it's just a timing issue more than anything else. But fingers crossed, I'm just captured a couple of bits I needed to have on OneNote. A few minutes. Gone a bit bonkers again at the moment. Better. Oh. Hope we get a customer. I think we're all here.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Oh, Andy.
Good.
How you doing, sir? You okay?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all.
Brilliant. Give it a couple more minutes as usual. One, it's Monday, never the world's best day to run these things, but we had to pick a time.
Yeah, no worries.
Fantastic, thanks, mate. Okay, I'm not sure whether anyone else is going to be joining in at this time. So what we'll do, because this is being recorded, we'll crack on and we'll carry on there. So thanks everyone for coming along today. Do very much appreciate this. So my name's Graham Muncer. I'm the Lenovo ISG Solutions Architect for Westcoast, and this is about helping us to build a community around the technical side of the business. I didn't. All right. So, what are we trying to do, and why are we trying to do this? So, the vast majority of activities that we see online are pretty much aimed at sales all the time. So, all the spiffs are predominantly aimed at sales. There's sales webinars. There is some technical content that we see appearing from Lenovo, but the bottom line here is frequently all the partners we work with, their pre-sales don't always get compensated for things, and there's not a lot in the way of communities out there that can help and give you direct access to the vendors all the time. So we've decided to make a change with this. So this particular program is come from an idea that I had when I was in one of my previous jobs as well. We did this to great success in the storage community. So we're designing this particular program to be specifically aimed at technical pre-sales, and it will be designed and run by technical pre-sales. So myself, Alex, Peter, who's unfortunately off this week, and also our colleagues that we work with inside of Lenovo as well. And the bottom line here is all about making sure you've got the latest and greatest information, looking at anything that's up and coming. But on top of that, it's also once a quarter, everyone get together and enjoy some of the activities that we're going to look to get set up. So inside Westcoast, I'm actually also a certified Lenovo data center certification trainer. So a lot of the time, if you're working your way up to the Lenovo 360 program, you'll find that there are certain requirements to certainly hit the sales and the technical sales data center certifications. But also, if you aspirational to look at the other details as well, then you'll see that there are exams for cloud sales, for storage sales, for storage administration and the like as well. So there's a lot of subjects that you can cover inside of the Lenovo programs, and we can help you to do that. And also, as well as going through all the certifications, we can make sure that you're looking about some of the credentials they have, certainly around high performance computing, around AI and other areas of their business that we can all participate in. The other thing we're going to be doing is bringing together not only just Westcoast and the appropriate folks from Lenovo, but also from their alliance partners. So this will be to take a look at what's going on out in the market, understand the different types of solutions that are not only coming to market, but customers are starting to demand from the market. Obviously, we've had a lot of fun with Broadcom of late, and their acquisition of VMware has caused and upset an awful lot of people. So we need to help people navigate the different options that are available from there and keep going through that as well. Now, there's a lot of partners that Lenovo have got signed up. Obviously, you can see VMware on here, so they can't ignore them. They're not going away. But of course, certainly on virtualization, you've got the likes of Microsoft with Azure Stack. You've got Nutanix. You've also got StormMagic is about to launch their hyperconverged platforms. And you've got Scale Compute and Nebulon also in that, sitting in that stack and able to deliver those types of solutions as well. And there's a whole raft of backup opportunities with the likes of Veeam and Cohesity. You're not mentioned here, but also on the list is the likes of Commvault. And then looking at object storage with the likes of Cloudian and Scalar-T, Vast, Weka, and all the people that you like to see in the market these days. These are all Lenovo accredited partners. With NetApps, the storage solutions from Lenovo are actually based on NetApps software. So while the hardware is Lenovo, NetApps actually provide the software. So the DE series, for example, uses their Centricity platform, and the DM and the DG series uses ONTAP. And it's always good to know where these sit and where they all come from. But the primary reason for doing all of this, as well as helping everyone get trained up, as well as helping with certifications, and helping with knowledge transfers, and organizing regular calls, is to, at some point, start actually meeting face to face, get some of these other vendors engaged as well, do some learning, but also enjoy ourselves, go out and have some fun. So this is something that hopefully the community can look forward to over time. Yeah, we're aiming to do these probably about once a quarter. At the moment, we've already got agreement to have funding for this for the next 4 quarters as well. So hopefully this is something we can build on and something that everyone can look at to push forward and this is a community that we really want to succeed as well. So what we're proposing as a structure is roughly monthly webinars, and every 4 to 5 weeks. These will absolutely be technical. There will be very little in the way of sales in here. We can discuss the subject matter ahead of time, so we can invite the relevant experts. All the sessions will always be no more than an hour, and it'll be for 30 to 45 minutes plus Q&A. And usually, because we're looking to find ways to compensate, incentivize technical sales as well, there'll be a call to action, and we're looking at ways to improve how we can compensate and reward the actions from those webinars. We'll have quarterly events. This will either be a day, afternoon or evening out with ourselves and with Lenovo and perhaps with one of their partners. There'll be some training involved because that's the way you have to do things when you're running business themed activities. And of course, they'll be correctly themed, bit of fun, bit of learning, and something hopefully that we'll remember and be able to enthuse about as well. Now, in terms of the information, we can expect to see newsletters coming out, and we can agree how those will be sent out and what sort of information you'd like them to contain. This is being built out to suit the requirements of the members. This isn't going to be us spitting stuff out and saying, oh, here's something that's possibly of interest. We want to find out what's of interest and make sure we can prioritize most of all what people want to hear about first, and then take it from there. And we're looking to create some blog posts, and this will have regular inputs from ourselves, from Lenovo, and any guest partners as well. So the information we want to be flowing out will be relevant to our community, and it will be most definitely not a waste of time. I've spent lots of time in these sorts of communities over the years. Some have been absolutely exceptional, others have been below average at best. So we want to make this work, and we want to push this out to all of our partners who are trading with us for Lenovo. So there's only really 2 email addresses that need to be remembered. So we want all inquiries that are of a sales and bill of material related to go to Lenovo DR at westcoast.co.uk. For pre-sales, this is for myself, for Peter, and for Alex. It'll be Lenovo PS at westcoast.co.uk. And of course, as well as that, you have Oren, our product manager, Esther, our absolute expert at sales operations, and Ketan and Martin in business development and sales management as well. You have a lot of people to call on who'll be sat in the background, assisting as necessary, and doing all the heavy lifting when it comes to the commercials and helping you guys win the deals. So what we'd like to find out is, what do you think would be the first set of topics to cover off? Now, I'm personally thinking of alternatives to VMware because it's come up multiple times. But having said that, there might be something else that's burning in the back of people's minds as well. So what we'll do is we'll get this sent out, and with a small form as well that you can complete and give it some thought to make sure that we've got the formats right, what you'd like to see, what content would you like to see, and also how would you prefer that we structure these events moving forward. So it's really about how we build these communities and how we can make sure that we're delivering what our partners need and not what we think is right. That's most important of all, as far as I'm concerned. So because this is more of an introductory call than anything else, any questions? I'm going to watch a tumbleweed go past.
No, all good here. That makes complete sense. The
No, that's
couple of the other
fantastic.
vendors that we deal with do the same stuff, Graham, and they've been really quite useful.
That's brilliant. So, from what I've just discussed, Andy, what do you think would be a good format for yourselves? Just, is at this stage, it's more trying to get a gauge. Is it still like have a monthly call and try and get out as long as it's got plenty of notice?
Yeah, I think so. Some of the other ones that we've done, you're looking at kind of once a quarter, probably getting a handful of people together in a room with a pie and a pint somewhere.
Okay.
Once a month, definitely. If there's any kind of major updates or bits and pieces coming, I think that kind of makes sense. As you said, things are changing quite rapidly in the industry at the minute. The whole VMware,
Without
the whole
question.
Citrix, and all those bits and pieces are great topics at the minute, and they're kind of front and center of all the conversations that we're having.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about yourself, but I felt when we were speaking to Jamie Nixon this week over some licensing challenges that one of our partners came to us with, and Lenovo and the other server vendors as well are stuck because VMware have gone to them. Yeah, that's fine, you can sell it, but you've got to sell it with your hardware. If they come to you for your license, you can't sell it, and we're stuck because of that.
Yeah.
So that's resonating as well. So that says to me,
challenging times on some of that kind of thing.
Oh, understatement.
Yeah,
definitely an understatement. So that says to me that perhaps we find a way to I'll close off the set. Onto that section. It's quite relatively short today, but let's go back one. So I think the first one probably does need to cover off alternatives to VMware. What are the practicalities of this?
Yeah, very much so. They are front and center of all conversations at the minute, and I think we're at the tip of the iceberg. It's just going to get more.
Oh, help! Yeah, I completely with you on that one. I think it's funny because I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, Microsoft would be very expensive," but I am sort of sat there thinking, have you properly spoken to the Microsoft teams who are experts at this, or are they just pricing up a migration to the cloud and they've misunderstood what you're asking? Because all the vendors I've spoken to have all said that actually Azure Stack is quite competitively priced when you're going to do a migration, and we're looking at ways to solve that.
Especially in public sector where you've probably paid for most of your licensing already.
That's very true.
So those are the bigger conversations we're having at the minute, is primarily public sector looking at moving to either vanilla Hyper-V or Azure Stack HCI going forward.
Yeah. Yeah, because they get the what's the licenses? They get the software assurance, don't they? Quite a lot of them.
It's all really, and once they've got the data center licenses, everything like that, actually, you've paid for your hypervisor already. So cost of acquisition is kind of wrapped up in what they've already paid for. So yeah, we're having some interesting combos around that at the minute. It's still Hyper-V and it's still Storage Spaces Direct underneath, so it's still a bit shit, but it's cheap shit.
it's crap that does the job for give or take.
Just
okay,
after recommending it.
That's a good way of putting it. It's good to hear that. Generally speaking, it sounds like the format we're proposing here is the right way to go, and I think as a starter for 10, I think it sounds like you agree that lining up, like, what do the alternatives to VMware look like? Which direction would you necessarily go in, and how does it broadly stack up from a price perspective? And the likes. That's something I will definitely target for the first main session, which I would expect to be probably about 4 weeks away from now or thereabouts. No, that's fantastic, mate, and appreciate your input there. So I think this entire call was purely set up for introductory purposes. That's all it was set up to do. So I'm quite pleased to hear that you think this is definitely the right way to go, and that's superb. And I think from here on in, we should just simply build it out, and then we'll work on getting the first session set up for around 4 to 5 weeks time. I can speak to John Tyrrell at Lenovo, and we can make sure the right people are involved. It might be we cover some ground generically first, and then perhaps get either somebody like Nutanix or StoreMagic's good if you've got a small SMB. But once you're going up the stack, then it's either Nutanix or Azure stack for the most part. And we just need to make sure that we've cleared up how to explore each route. So that's fine.
Yeah, cool. By that time, I'll have identified the right people inside my side of the organisation that want to be part of this going forward, and hopefully you've got other partners that will be that will be building out on that as well. So that I think there's some interesting conversations to be had.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, Andy. I think it was just, in this instance, it was a bit short notice for a lot of people. So my next step here is going to be probably making one-to-one calls and going through some of this, literally like 20 minutes, half an hour, exactly as we've done now, and running through. So that's absolutely perfect.
Interestingly, just to update you based on the calls we had the other day, we are in conversation with Lenovo about us providing professional services on their behalf around those three core technologies, because they're short of some services on that side of it, especially just a little bit.
Yes, that's an absolute. I know that because we've been trying to line someone up from Nutanix, and it just keeps slipping away. Although I've got another route in that I'm going to take on the Nutanix side, on our side, on the West Coast side. So whatever happens, we're going to get the right people lined up regardless.
Yeah, and if you are struggling, then come back, have a conversation, as we're one of their authorized service delivery partners, and Kim, my tech director, Kim sits on the tech champion board as well. So we've got access into people. So if you are struggling, then we've got the ability to raise some profile inside that on those conversations as well.
That
VMware, not so much. They don't like us at the minute, but hey.
I don't think VMware like anyone at the moment.
No, that's probably a fair statement.
Yeah. Oh my word. No, thanks for that, Andy. That's actually really appreciated.
No worries.
Fantastic. Right. Okay. I think we covered everything. I now have got a pretty good idea of what we need to do. So what I'll do is I shall let everybody crack on. Really appreciate your time turning out. I'll get the deck sent out as well, so you've got a copy of this, because there's nothing nasty lurking in it, nothing NDA. We're all good. Lovely. And and I think anything from that, let's all keep talking, and we'll hopefully get off to a little bit better start towards the end of October.
Yeah, cool. Look forward to
all right, thanks very much indeed, mate. Much appreciated.
Nice one.
Thanks, everyone. Take care. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.